Hello everyone, welcome to the Imperial HoloNet. I'm JID123.
And I'm Red Leader until he's death to Felicity!
And I'm Nero Cole, and I second that notion.
And we're going to do another Arrow commentary.
Death to Laurel! Oh.
Ooh.
Oops.
Too soon.
Which yeah, by the way, we were supposed to do this like 2 weeks ago as an apology thing, because we were going to do an apology tour after the whole fight in the comments over Civil War.
Oh yeah, we never did.
So this was going to be my apology to Quill, and a hope thing for the fanfiction thing you're writing, which we've read, and it's awesome.
Yay.
And let's see, what was our thing going to be for Johnny? I guess we talked enough about Thor. I think that's our...
No
I think
apologies
that's
for Thor. We must have a line here for people, right?
See, I didn't take part in that Civil War, so I'm just the neutral party in all of this.
And I was just
I watched it.
And I was fanning the flames, making sure it would go as far as it could. Making sure it all burns.
Joel and I are secretly...
I love how I was like Darth Maul. I just held off like 15 people at once.
Yes, I was wondering, I'm like, damn, Red is doing a damn good job at this. And
Yeah,
Joel
so
and I are
Arrow.
just making things terrible.
Anyway, right, Arrow.
Arrow.
Episode 4 of Season 1, An
An
Innocent
innocent man. So everybody get your timestamp to 0 and
Press play.
press play when we say
3,
2,
1, now.
Oh, I pressed it too early. That's where I was confusing. Why not start with 4 and end on 1 if you're going to make it 4 counts?
I didn't start. Oh well, I'm already on start.
You guys are at
4205.
42.1. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 41.57.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And I'm gonna lay down and
Something
hope
else.
my headache goes away.
Well, just get a drink.
I had a Motrin, so
On Arrow. Ship
Oh,
crash
yeah.
it.
I had a Motrin, so that was
Laurel. Itchy.
Little bitch.
Eagle. Being calm and collected.
he's diggling.
Yeah.
Oh, smashing through windows in ways that he probably shouldn't have. Eagle. Getting shot.
Okay, needless. That's the only thing with arrows, that these retreads are a little... They're kind of useful, but they're kind of like the thing that make people groan every week to week. I don't know if they stopped doing that post-season 2 or 3.
They still do that.
Once upon a time, used to do that a lot. I think they stopped. No, I think they... Did they
I love how they're doing the entire scene from before, which is fine for me.
Oh, yeah, this is where Diggle learns that,
Oh, yeah.
I love how all these slow motion, not slow motion, but like turns around.
yeah.
Which some people have said they don't buy him immediately, thinking that he's the Arrow, because yeah, it's hard to make out that costume. I think it's easy enough.
Yeah.
Because the Arrow saved him, so yeah. And I love his immediate reaction, which is shock, and then he goes to punch him. I love that about Diggle, where he's been shot, but he's willing to beat the living shit out of this guy because he's killing people.
Yep.
Like he's just he's a normal everyday guy who's taken a bullet, and he's still gonna punch this trained vigilante because that's the right thing to do, and that's what John Diggle does prior to season 3.
Remember that whole thing where Steve said he could have been Jon Stewart in season 3?
Oh my gosh, and he was like, and it would have felt consistent with how shitty this... Oh, but Starling...
Well, it would have been. That's the funny thing.
Poisoned by a criminal elite. I love how they really want this to come across like Gotham, but you never see how bad the city is.
Yeah, that's
one
one of the...
show.
Yeah, it has been a problem with the show. We see tidbits, but never a good picture.
Look at Gotham City in Dark Knight Returns, where we see just how shitty that place is, or Year One, or like
Dark
look at
Knight
how
Rises. Returns, but
Yeah.
Batman Begins.
Well, Begins does that as well, especially just in Gotham, especially. Yeah, I love the one thing that people accusing him to be a murderer, and then of course that comes into play in the next episode. And murder.
I have no idea.
I hope I don't fall asleep in bed.
Get caffeine. That's good for a headache.
Well, I hate
Oh,
coffee.
now I got that.
I hate coffee.
I got that Ruby song stuck in my head. I'm caffeine. Okay.
And I love this right here. The fact that Laurel was waiting, just because it makes sense that there's a loose end that needs to be tied up.
Yep. Wait,
And Laurel
Laurel's
was
in the.
definitely a loose end that needed to be tied up and put
What is-
3 feet in the ground.
And smashed.
What are you doing here? I heard about the shooting.
Oh.
Do you buy where they get these two by the end of the season, Rod?
Yes.
I'll tell you this. The funny thing is, by the end of the season, I don't care for it because I think it's kind of a bait and switch. But I can buy. But I can buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Oliver, throughout the entirety of the scene, says, "I can't be with her because I'm in a different place than she is." And then by the end, he just says, screw all that. We'll just screw him."
And then he realizes that he's a selfish asshole.
Yes.
Once Tommy's really pissed. Also, I love Thea's Batman. She just suddenly shows up. And then, yeah, she shows up and he's like, "So that's what it feels like."
The funny thing with Oliver too is that Oliver pretty much sleeps with anything that moves.
Yeah, pretty much. And then when he has an actually good, wholesome, relationship with somebody, they always disappear and are never brought up again.
Yeah, like, what was that girl, the Huntress?
No, Huntress was horrible. You're thinking of the cop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the thing about certain shows? Like, Once Upon a Time does this. There's a bunch of characters that, start out as important, but then they just disappear, and they go to what we call the land of forgotten characters.
This is back when the flashbacks were good, except shitty camera.
Oh, yeah. And lighting.
Yeah, very bad luck. You're not the Revenant. You're not that good.
I love this. Does that mean... I don't speak Chinese! I like the fact that I just love what Yao Fei's doing here.
I don't speak Chinese.
Oh, and the picture, which disappears and then comes into play all of a sudden. Which that is not the creepiest time Oliver wakes up from a nightmare.
Yeah.
I love that when she's like, "Did it hurt? What? When they killed you?" And then the bullet in his head, which isn't nearly as horrifying as Shadow killing him in that dream. Remember that? When she stabs him, and then she starts crying. It's like, oh my god, what the hell? Oh, and I do again, every time anytime somebody, first it was Morva, last episode it was Morva, this episode it's Thea. Where somebody's watching TV, Ollie sees it, and then figures out that it's involved in his whole thing.
Yeah. Well, it's inconvenient, but I think it works.
I liked the idea that they had in the first episode, though, that it's through Laurel. As if inadvertently she is... I love it, her sister dying, her father hating your guts. It's like, yeah, you're basically a jerk. It's like, yeah, he kind of is.
Yeah, and he's still kind of,
Those are the tough ones.
And you basically, and everybody sends you back. Those are the top ones. You know, the funny thing is, the most I like Willa Howard as Sia is in season 3, and that's the worst season.
She's good in season 2.
She's alright in season 2.
The boxing scene was awesome.
What was that again?
The boxing scene. With Roy. Where she makes him, get off.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he makes her get out of it. That was awesome.
See, this is why we need to do Clone Wars commentary, so then me and Red can talk about stuff that Cole has no idea what we're talking about.
I love his replacement.
I never liked the replacement.
He's only there for 1 hour. He's only here for...
replacement.
Oh.
It's not different.
What timestamp are you at?
34.
No. Not you. Cole.
I forget how to look it up in my... I am at 743.
Wow, MCU.
MCU.
He says he was topping his class at MCU.
That's there.
Peter Denklin. Let me see if that's
Dinklage. Not to be confused with Dinklage.
Comics. Nope.
Jason Broder.
Didn't come up with anything.
So sometimes they're comic book characters, sometimes they're not. Like this, the stuff we get with Vertigo is pretty good.
Adam Hunt was a comic book character. So was the guy in the second episode.
Yeah, and of course we got Deadshot.
I love Oliver here. How else am I gonna get there? Am I ahead of you?
No, I'm 33-22.
Cool.
Yeah, you're ahead of me.
Did Ollie just say, I like him?
Yeah.
No, Cole.
Huh?
Did he just drive past the guy?
No, not yet.
Okay, yeah, you're a few seconds ahead of us then. Oh, we're a few seconds ahead of you.
Oh, there he goes.
But yeah. So,
This guy's
I kind of like this episode. This is more of the kind of liberal Crusader Oliver Queen sort of thing. Especially because it's doing an episode that's not really talking about the death penalty. It's just how Ollie deals with this kind of thing.
I did like this episode when I first saw it.
The
Yeah.
only thing is I don't like the fact that Ollie's so kind of obsessive about, like, oh, you know, the person who she worked for is on the list, therefore this guy must be innocent. I think it would have been interesting if, to show that the city's not just, that the problems with the city go beyond blue-collar crime, I think it would have been interesting if he takes down this guy and then finds out that the guy actually did just kill his wife.
Yeah.
That would have been really dark, but I kind of like the idea of, I mean, we've done this before with Batman, where he takes down the horrible criminal, and then he realizes, oh, there's an issue of Cataclysm that's just like this, where there's this guy who keeps pleading that he's innocent, he's about to be executed, and like he keeps pleading, there's this nun and his lawyer who still believe him, and he's going to get executed, but they're just trying to help him out. And then the earthquake happens, and he saves the nun and lawyer and all kinds of, he even saves the inmates. He's this really nice guy, and everyone keeps accusing him, he's accused of murdering, like just shooting up like a building full of 15 people. And, like, it's like, okay, he's clearly innocent. And then at the end, he sacrifices himself, and as he's sacrificing himself, he says, by the way, I totally killed those people with a machete.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
And you find out. And so it kind of ends on this guy who is a legitimately good person, but he's not. Like, he is guilty, and it's kind of just, you don't know where to, what you think about that. Where even the guards started acting selfishly, but the horrible mass murderer, who was lying the whole time, acted with more honor. And it's kind of this really twisted thing. And again, we've done that so many times with other comic things. Which, by the way, this is a scene from Batman Begins.
Yep. Well, most of the heroes.
Wouldn't it be
somebody
bad if
battled
Laurel just shot him?
You summoned to battle the cages. Like, who are you? It's like, what's this? Leverage. I'm Judge Fade. You'll get things started. I love it. You'll need a cop, James Gordon, which is sorry. It's Gordon who says you'll need an attorney who will show the cops to testify. Rachel Todd.
Oh, I thought I lost y'all again. Because I know you do anything to save the life of an innocent man. That's a good line.
Mm-hmm.
That's also kind of creepy. That's also kind of creepy.
But wouldn't it be so much more interesting if he's not innocent?
Yes, it would.
Like, if just there, Ollie constantly blames it on white collar crime, but there are just sickos in the world, and you have to because he keeps saying there's this poisoned by a criminal elite. Show that it's not just that. People. There are people who are horrible and disgusting. Who you can't blame everything on the rich criminals and corrupt people. Mm-hmm. Sometimes there are just people who have a good life and just break because they are selfish or are sadistic or something like that. Sometimes people are just bad, and that's something that we never really deal with because again, Ollie constantly blames all the problems on the rich criminals, and well, they are certainly a problem. It's been a big thing in Green Arrow comics before about, there's it's a trickle down where, these people, take control and they put people in a disadvantage and then those people turn to crime. But the point is that those people still turn to crime. You can blame the witch criminals for starting it, but those people also have to go to jail even if it's not their fault that they're in this situation in the first place because they chose to do something bad. They might be in a, financially disadvantaged or whatever, but they still have a choice. And that's like an idea that really gets tackled a lot in Green Arrow, and it's never tackled in this show, except for with Roy.
Yeah.
Except for Roy, and Roy is perfect, and I love that. Also, his glasses were really cool. Walters, they're orange. I don't know
Wait.
why that.
Oh, that is cool.
Orange glasses, I guess.
And then the other thing with Oliver in this season is I wish they had him question the list a little bit to make him. I wish there were situations where they made him question the validity of the list. Like maybe there
We get
are.
it once. We get it once with the whole the list isn't wrong like thing, and then like that. Well, the problem is the list is right in the end. With that whole thing with Diggle,
Right.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Diggle's friend.
Diggle's friend.
Trust but verify.
Oh yeah.
The guy from Farscape. Yeah. Also, I love Lance. Yay, he shows up.
Yay.
Yeah.
I think he wasn't in one of these episodes around here, but yeah.
I hope they never kill Lance off. He's one of the best characters in the show.
Oh god, that'd be horrible.
Well, they killed his daughter, so he might not be too far behind.
This took.
Daughters. Sorry. Spoilers for anybody.
Well, Sarah's back.
Well, she's in a time travel, but
Well, she got to find out about Laurel's death apparently in the most recent episode of Legends of Tomorrow.
oh, that sucks.
Also, she's really speaking from a script when she says, "And I'm not so sure that he's a criminal." Like, just she's so reading the teleprompter right there. It's like laughably bad.
That's what.
Did you get to that? Did
Yeah.
you get to that when Laurel's talking?
Yeah, I didn't hear that because it's muted.
Well, just look at her face. It's so freaking obvious that she's reading from a script.
Whatever happened to this girl?
Which one?
The
Carly?
one that yeah, Carly. Whatever happened?
Nothing. Her husband is back from the dead, and we never talk about it. He even
Husband
goes
is
to
back.
Diggle's house for like Thanksgiving, and we never
Oh
talk.
yeah, that's.
Carly, Diggle's sister-in-law.
Oh yeah, they never deal with that. That's kind of.
Oh, no, you really don't. I love that. Nope, they never deal with it. He never mentions that he has a wife and kid.
Wow, that's really sad.
Yeah, they can remember minute bits of continuity, but they can't remember an entire character from season 1. Actually, 2 characters from season 1, who both are ethnic, which kind of is awkward that like all the ethnic characters from this season get completely forgotten, including Laurel's best friend. There's 3 African American characters that get completely ignored by the end.
Are you sure Once Upon a Time writers aren't writing for Arrow?
What is that? CW?
No, that's ABC.
Viola, and suddenly you found religion. I love that because he has this little book.
Huh.
I'm just thinking year 1 with the book pretty colors thing.
And something you found religion.
Also, I love this because he made it to a life raft, and I love when he says like Ollie's so nonchalant. And Dig's face, he's like, oh, like he kind of understands why Ollie's a psycho.
Yeah.
Also, Ollie's kind of terrifying right here. Like, you're not supposed to find him like this big brave hero. You're kind of supposed to find him a little creepy right now.
Yeah,
but he's kind of intense.
Amel's kind of playing it that way too, just by facial expression.
You leave Andy out of this, and I like this a lot. Just the way he gets Diggle. So I mean, Diggle's entire thing about like, when I was in the army, I always thought I was making the place of making these people's lives better by the time I left, and like the whole thing of his own city is going to hell and he can't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
And you see the dark side of that mindset with the guys who we see later, his war buddies.
Yeah.
I just wish that was tackled more. Like I wish we touched upon that. Again, Ollie, like people like my father, even though we find out later that his father wasn't actually corrupt. Oops.
By the way, Red, just a side thing. Have they decided what they're going to do for season 5?
I don't think so. Which again, he's like, oh, it's it's all because of the gang leaders. It's like, well, some of that is just petty thieves and whatnot. Yeah. It's annoying when they forget that there is street crime, and Ollie doesn't. I mean, I get that with later there kind of is a moment where Dig is like, sometimes we go after freaks like he tells Felicity, like we don't always go off the list. Sometimes we go after freaks, like other weirdos and like other criminals. That's what they say with the Dodger. Also, I love that. Oh, that was long gone, man. Whew. I love that. But yeah, but back to that, like,
Right.
they go off the list sometimes, but you never see Ollie dealing with. And I guess there's supposed to be a progression where he gets to a point where he's like, maybe we need to, maybe we need to start dealing with the petty thieves and stuff like that. Or he never thinks, maybe we need to deal with the petty thieves. He's like, maybe we should deal with people like Deadshot. But he never seems to care about stopping muggers and whatnot. And I know I shouldn't compare him to Batman, but since this is a Batman show without Batman for the first season, think about the fact that a big part of Batman's character, especially in year one, Batman values taking down the Joker as much as he does a petty thief. Because after all, it was just a petty thief who ruined his entire life and killed his parents.
Right.
His entire life was just destroyed in front of him. Since like he says in year one, all meaning left my life, because of one asshole, and that's why he used to do that. And we never get Ollie to deal with that. And I like the fact that Ollie only knows about the white collar stuff, but that's the thing. Bruce is a guy who just hates the standard criminals, and he learns to hate the freaks and the white collar criminals. Ollie is the opposite. So have him learn to take down the smaller threats. Have him learn to value, to stop, saving every single life he can. And he becomes a hero, but we never really talk about that, and that's kind of an issue to me.
And
if you're listening, put that in one of your stories.
And also, we never deal with, and also we kind of deal with the fact that the person who ruined his life, is he just lets him walk around.
Oh,
and we never deal with that. So it's even inconsistent in further seasons about that.
Also, back to your Batman thing, I remember watching Batman Mask of the Phantasm. And that's what they show Batman doing in his early years. He's just dealing with some guy stealing the truck. Even wearing a truck.
And like I was saying with year one, what's the first thing we see him do? 3 teenagers stealing a TV.
Batman beats him down. Batman.
Because that's what he does. Because again, he every single life he saves is equal. Whether it be 15 people on a bus that Joker's about to blow up, or just one person who's gonna get mugged, not even killed, but just mugged.
Batman
all of them
is
matter.
A true communist.
These are
just kidding. I'm sure.
He's the embodiment of capitalism. I mean, Grant Morrison even says he's the Superman's the communist hero, Batman's the embodiment of the conservative hero, kind of conservative. What is it? Capitalist. Oh, I forget how he worded it. I need to read Super Gods. Because Super God's amazing. Also, that's really badly CG'd when he jumps.
Oh.
Also, again, it's just the ending of Batman Begins. Oh God, it's it again.
Oh yeah, that really is terrible.
I hate the fact her name's Felicity, because I actually have a good friend who's actually named Felicity.
Here's Felicity.
I always feel bad when I have to say that.
And something that was...
I always feel bad when I have to say that name, because I have a good friend has that same name.
Well, Cole and I don't, so Felicity's a bitch.
I actually liked Felicity in season 2. I didn't care for her much.
Not in this scene.
Yeah, not in this scene. The thing with Felicity is some of her quirky dialogue, as a lot of fans quote, just didn't work for me. It didn't gel for me at all. It felt really forced. And that gets better over time because she gets more of a character in season 2, and then season 3 happened, and then,
And this scene goes on way too long.
Yes. It's set up, sure, for stuff that'll pay off later, but even now it's just kind of
But yeah, I like it when she plays off Diggle.
Yeah, I do too. I kind of wish they had gotten together. I have a friend who swears
seriously. Why not have... I mean, I love how... Going back and watching Cap and Eric's reviews from season 1, they thought that was a definite.
Definitely.
I love it season 2 with the nice PJs thing, and they were just like, damn it, they're so perfect.
Yeah, I have a friend who said...
love that with the no marshmallows. I was out.
The problem with I have a lot of friends who watch Arrow and love it, even through season 3, and I'm just like, why?
Oh, Bloodhaven reference. I love this, by the way, this torture scene. It's really cool.
I don't know. Maybe they're not.
The one good thing that season 3 kind of did do in the Chinese flashback is when we show Oliver after the interrogation with that one guy, and we saw him go to Dexter level lengths to interrogate him.
Oh, I love that, and just for the fun of it. Or no. I kind of hate the fact that it's Maseo who shoots the guy, because I like the idea that it would have been Oliver.
Yeah.
I do love when he tortures him, and it's like, I think they even say, like, after he got the information, he still did it.
That looks really badly CG.
What did?
The train moving.
Oh, yeah, the train looks really bad. I thought you meant the Yao Fei cooking a bit of meat, and I was like, what?
Oh, the meat.
Oh, I love him slapping his hand. That was great.
I love it when people I love the mentors who just give their students a slapping. They're like, please, slap.
Oh, it's just like, no, you're back, get back.
I'd love to see, I would love to see, like, a Star Wars thing of Luke trying to do something and Yoda just slaps him silly. Slap him silly.
Maybe that will happen with Rey. Like,
no, you can't do that. Rey's
oh yeah, people would freak. Oh my gosh, I'm still worried that they won't be able to cut off her hand because people would freak about that. Like, it's sexist to say that a woman is capable of losing her hand in the middle of a duel with laser swords.
You look up Kylo's hand. He's technically the Skywalker of the story.
I know, but it would be really fun if both of them lose their hands, like, at the same strike. Like, both of them, like, one strikes with the right, one strikes with the left, and they both cut off, like, each other's right and left hands.
Like Naruto. Oh, sorry, wrong thing.
Well, that'd actually be interesting. I'd like to see that.
Leverage.
Oh, and how is it that she just realized in this apparently really broken city that the law doesn't fix everything, even though she's already seen this season alone that the law doesn't? Also, she looks really, like, cultish when she's like, I think that you're right. People are selfish, and they need to be, they need to be taught a lesson. It's wow. You come across like a fascist. Like,
wow.
I'm okay with it when it's like Batman, like in Dark Knight Returns, like beating the living shit out of people, because he's supposed to be a sadist in that. Like, he's supposed to be, a freaking madman going, sure, you got rights, lots of them. Sometimes I remind myself, or sometimes I count them to myself because I feel crazy. But here's the thing: you're bleeding to death, and I'm the only person who can take you to a hospital in time. So what'll it be? Like, that's not supposed to be a big yay moment. That's a I'm scared moment. Well, like, I love that. I haul 300 pounds of sociopath up 50 stories. The scream alone is worth it.
Wait, what?
That's for Dark Knight Returns.
Oh.
He hauls the guy all the way. When he hauls that guy all the way to the top of the building just to torture him?
Oh, yeah.
In the book, he says, I haul 400 pounds of sociopath up a 40-story building. I mean, the scream alone is worth it.
You gotta, Rob. You gotta keep up.
Lance again. Yay. Oh, I love how Lance is genuinely pissed at her. And she's like, but these people need to be taught a lesson. And he's like, he freaking tried to run him over with a train. Like, I am with Lance here. I mean, I don't hate Oliver, but Lance is right. Like, she's being irresponsible and horrible. Because for all she knew, he would have killed him if the police had done their job in the first place. Maybe there's a reason the police aren't, maybe it's because it's not the police's job to try and run people over with trains. And maybe there's a good reason for that. Maybe we don't equip our cops with trains and shit like that for a reason.
Maybe we don't. Maybe, see, we need to have a good, the fans need to have a good discussion of ethics.
Joel, what did you say?
They said, no, we just give our cops armored vehicles and machine guns and...
Yeah, but they're trained to use that.
It's true.
And it's monitored, is the thing. Yeah, we give them armored vehicles, which are to protect them. We give them heavy machinery for SWAT team officers who have went through intense training. Hey, the point is that Oliver has... The thing is, if a cop kills somebody, they are held accountable, or at least normally are. There is evidence to that sort of thing. There were freaking investigators. Dude, do you not understand that there is an entire thing called internal affairs within the police department? We have checks and balances. Yes, those things don't always work, but that doesn't mean they're necessarily a bad thing in general. There's always going to be people who manipulate shit. That doesn't mean the entire system itself is wrong. That's different than what Oliver's doing. That's Lance's point. There is an internal affairs. There are people checking on. That's the point of this episode as well. Diggle is his internal affairs. That's the point. Ollie goes too far sometimes, so he needs people like Diggle to hold him back. Otherwise, he just becomes a sadistic killer who's killing for his own pleasure.
Yep.
Like the whole thing with it's the same thing with Laurel. Laurel is doing something good, but needs Lance to hold her back from going too far. That's the entire point of the episode. That's the theme. Is you need checks and balances. In fact, you're also getting that with Walter.
Now the Felicity scene.
So what, Joel? What were you saying?
No, what? I was not really paying attention. I had a massive headache. I'm just saying.
Well, I just broke down why what you're saying was bullshit for like 5 minutes.
Well, I question the concepts of democracy.
That does nothing to do with democracy, though. That's checks and balances.
Or in checks and balances.
Which I guess is part of that, but it's more. What would that be called? I guess not a bureaucracy. I guess just checks and balances or safety measures or whatever.
Darn safety! I say we go off the cliff. I say we go full speed ahead.
No more. What are they called? Things on the side of roads.
Safe traffic lights. Stop
No.
Street
Things
signs.
The things for cars.
Stop signs.
In case they go over a bridge.
Speed bumps.
Speed bump.
No, the things that are blocking you from going over.
Railings.
No more railings.
Yes,
Hey,
car
hey,
railings.
the Empire.
Also, let's talk about this important scene.
The Empire doesn't believe in railings. Neither do I.
All I do is protect punks or spoil, 1%ers. Like, I really like this stuff with Diggle, and like him to do something you believe in. Like what?
I just feel like I'm making a difference in the world.
And again, Oliver is not supposed to be in the right here. Or I mean, Batman will torture people as well. A lot of heroes do that, but I like the fact that in this episode, we're not getting his viewpoint. It's from Diggle's viewpoint, because the entire point by the end is that, like I was saying to Joel, who wasn't listening, that the entire point is checks and balances. That Diggle is his balancing thing.
Well, tell that to a black person. That's all I gotta say.
What?
Tell that checks and balances to a black person. That's all I got to say in the streets.
Oh my god, dude. Don't fucking make this some political thing.
Well, it is about politics.
Yes, but you're talking about politics in a very specific, horrible area. I mean, that's like saying that because some cars break down and accidentally blow up their drivers, that we should never use cars.
Well, they do when you have an SUV, the old SUV. No.
Some people break rules and are bad. Yes, but that does not mean that we should. Some cops are corrupt. Yeah, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't have any cops at all.
Well, I personally think we should have a revolution and blow up the system. It's time for a new thing to rise.
Yeah, I think Cole and I should start doing these on our own since we're actually talking about the episode instead of just spreading bullshit.
Well, Alex believes in me, so really coming. It's a coming.
Yeah, but your revolution thing is kind of random. He believes in order. He still believes in order. He's a communist.
I don't even like Arrow.
In fact, you say that there shouldn't be people with control, like there shouldn't be soldiers. So you hate cops, but you're okay with Imperials and like a freaking National Guard having complete control over something. I don't think you understand your own beliefs.
Well, I don't have beliefs. I just say whatever I want to. I am the Donald Trump, like Donald Trump. Just say whatever.
Yeah, he has beliefs, just very fucked up ones.
I don't have beliefs. I believe in whatever I believe in.
Okay, so this is President.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this person is hilarious. There's already a fire! How did that start? Yeah, Joel, actually start talking about these episodes.
I don't have really much to say. I don't even like...
And stop talking about random Black Lives Matter stuff and actually talk about the damn theme.
What the hell?
I don't even like themes. I just
Regardless of your personal opinions and stuff like that, though, the theme of the episode is checks and balances.
Well, I don't know that. I don't watch things for themes. I just watch it if it's cool. I don't know themes. Do I look like an analytical person?
Also, I love how Aldi has the ski mask on. Also, I just noticed that Laurel has blood that she's accidentally sped up. That's actually a nice touch.
Yeah.
Also, I love this. Again, what I'm saying, checks and balances. Sometimes those don't always work, but doesn't mean that nobody should ever have a balance.
This is where we find out. This is where we find out that Arrow isn't all that he's cracked up to be.
I love that they don't even notice that one of them has a mask.
Yeah.
I guess some of
Yeah.
them have.
Arrow.
We'll address the mask thing later, but that's a different. That's down the
One of
road.
them has an arrow, bow and arrow.
God, the poor
He didn't
man.
even have an arrow. I think he just. Oh no, he does have
No,
like
he had an arrow. He
just 2 arrows with him, I think.
He had the bow.
Yeah, because you can use that as a blunt weapon. Yeah. So let's try to not talk about politics that have nothing to do with the actual episode.
Gotta spread it, man. Gotta spread it.
No, let's explore the actual episode.
Ugh.
You want me to talk about supply side economics?
No, I don't even like the economics class I took.
Well, you see? So then, don't talk about that unless it has something to do with this. Unless we're watching something that has to do with racial conflicts, don't randomly talk about stuff. We're talking about Deagle. And why he is awesome. Why he's all cool and everything, and why he pulls off suits really well.
This terrible camera flashback. Actually, this is not so
There's
bad.
no, it's not actually bad right here.
As long as the camera...
The lighting's more of the problem.
Yeah,
Like they
and the
start-
shaky, and the occasional shaky cam.
And the chicken.
Yeah,
The
the
chicken.
chicken's the problem.
The chicken.
That's
You-
your whole
you're either
problem
part
with this.
You,
It
you're
should have been a
either,
turkey.
it's
Turkey.
either part. You're either part of the help or you're part of the problem.
Exactly.
It's not even a chicken.
What is that?
I have no idea. Look up birds of Japan.
Alright.
And here we go. 3.
Birds of Japan.
And I love the whole eyes of the killer thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got a list of birds of Japan.
I love Oliver's face right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He looks
shoot.
genuinely defeated.
So many of them. Oh god, there's so many. I don't think any of these are the chicken.
But I do like the fact that Lance is smart and everything.
Yeah.
I do wish somebody would notice that Ollie's just sitting there.
Do we also do the fact that Lance works with corrupt cops, or did they leave that? Or did they not?
The cops aren't corrupt in the show.
See, good. They did not copy that from Dark Knight.
Well, in Dark Knight, even then, they're not really corrupt.
They should do an Arkham Origins. They would corrupt them there.
Well, yeah, but the entire point there is that Bruce has
Yeah.
faith in them, and that's what helps them in the end.
Yeah.
Because the whole final line,
This.
Okay.
because the whole thing is, he can give them something to believe in, and maybe in return they can give him something to believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Which you see, of course, in Dark Knight Returns, because that's what I love about Dark Knight Returns, is Bruce is working directly with the cops the entire time. Like, they are his friends, they are his allies.
And here we get the big.
Yeah, the Queen's Gambit, which looks so horribly CG, looks like
Yeah.
a terrible model.
That's more like a painting.
Yeah, it does kind of.
And he looks so fake in the background.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's terrible. In fact, I
Yeah.
like the MSNBC.
Why
movie.
do they?
yeah,
Why do they?
it's Tech Guy who gets killed in season 2 apparently, which I didn't even realize.
Tech guy. Who's tech?
He's like the best character.
Oh, that's a... Oh yeah, I forgot about the next episode.
I want you to look for anything out of the ordinary, okay? Just look. I love just Lance being pissed.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's one thing I
remember.
love about this show is the cops aren't actually
Man,
corrupt.
like it's that.
Because we always go with the cliche
Okay.
thing, but like like I'm so sick and tired of the seeing good cop in a corrupt precinct. Instead, the cops are fine for the most part, and it's more the businessmen and whatnot that are corrupt.
This is where we get the thing where, and this will lead into the next episode,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll get a really good episode. I think next episode.
I like the ending to this episode, actually.
That is. I do too.
I actually know that girl actress looks very familiar.
Which actress?
The little girl.
Oh.
It might be that.
We'll look up IMDb.
Okay. Oh, that's a... Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought to get in big trouble.
Huh?
Oh, I just always remembered how it leads into the next episode.
Oh.
So
I thought you meant IMDb. Like, what?
No.
Like, IMDb is in trouble.
I don't know how that would happen unless I get in a lawsuit.
I don't get how that would happen. You can't list the names of movies on the internet. Oh, wait, that probably will happen eventually. They're gonna copyright names.
My name will be copyrighted and I demand royalties. From my...
Imagine if we copyrighted the name, like, I don't know, something random, like, I don't know, React.
Ooh.
Oh, I love this right here. Yeah, bird, I know. No, it don't mean bird. It means server. I love Ollie's face. Which I love when Shadow does this, and he's like, what? You want... I love it. You want to survive in this place. Just Ollie's great right here. Just totally pissed. In fact, by the way, there's actually a really good episode about Corrupt Cops in season 4 that's really layered and genuinely great.
An Arrow?
Arrow.
Yeah, it's season 4.
Huh.
Season 4 has a damn good episode about these cops who, like, because they, like, everyone keeps losing their jobs and whatnot, so they end up killing, like, kind of become vigilantes and they start killing gangs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this where we first see Malcolm?
Yep, here's Malcolm.
Captain
Because
Jack.
like they try and kill Oliver because he was a killer, and then Lance talks the main one down, and he's like, "Yo, you can be better than this. I know you are better than this." Yada yada yada.
Captain Jack.
Yeah, Modern Day Robin Hood, which I love the whole thing of like it's only the people on the list. Which I love how by the end they explain why he's not on the list if he's corrupt.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool if they bring Thomas? Wouldn't it be? Oh wait,
I don't know. I mean, he could show up in season 5.
maybe.
Is this guy ever gonna come back in season 5? It's Captain Jack. He always comes back. Captain Jack.
Isn't he still alive in season 4?
If there's one thing I've learned about business, it's redundancy.
That's Captain Jack for you.
Yep. Well, yeah, he always comes back because he's immortal.
Exactly.
I've been to a part of the world where death is but an illusion. I love that line.
I'm not signing on to be a sidekick. I like that line.
I love that.
Diggle wearing some tights and a little underwear.
Which I love what you say. Checks and balances, like, oh, but you know, racism and whatnot. It's like, but Diggle is African American. Like, it has nothing to do with race.
No,
I love that little pieces of your soul. Like, I love the fact that you say, yo, reminds you of who you are. It's like, well, who is he? Wait a second. I just realized. So he's like, I want to remind you of who you are, but he doesn't know who Ollie was before this. Anyone else realize that?
Maybe it's who he hopes he is.
I guess that is kind of funny that he's like, I need to like Joel. I need to remind you who you are when you were 15. Like specifically then.
I don't even remember who I was when I was 15. I don't remember.
And murder. I love that.
And murder.
Because it all has to do with the episode. I love how Walter's already on the phone. Dun, 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 dun,
When I
dun,
first
dun.
watched this was actually one of my favorite episodes when I started watching Arrow by myself.
So Damaged is just amazing as well.
I remember bits of Damage. That was a good one too. This is when Arrow started to pick up some steam for me.
Oh yeah. I mean, this episode wasn't great that ending. But then, well, I mean, I like the whole thing with checks and balances, which I never realized before, but it actually really works. Yeah. That's something I always loved with superheroes. It's why Robin really works. It's why Robin is my favorite superhero, because he is Batman's check and balance, as is Gordon and the DCPD. And of course, Gordon has his checks and balances, which is Sarah Essen. And
so, any
Montoya,
final thoughts? Any final thoughts, y'all?
That was my favorite when I first saw it. I like Innocent Man, little guy.
Yeah, it's really, really, it's good. The theme, like, the main plot itself isn't that good, but I think that it's just there so that we can do the whole checks and balances thing with Diggle.
Yeah.
Like, we can just do that. And so we can set it up with Lorelai. I mean, the whole parallel between that, her relationship to Lance. Which I love how then in this next episode, we kind of tackled that a little bit more, sort of, than Ollie Breaks, which, yeah. Overall, really good episode.
Yeah. It's when Arrow starts picking up some steam. But the first few episodes aren't that good. Well, they're okay.
They're
I also
okay.
can't wait for the Flame War in the comments.
Yay!
It's your fault.
I know, I'm glad.
Stop doing that.
Nope, never.
Okay, well, we'll just have to edit it out
Okay.
in a commentary, so the timestamp will be even more messed up.
Well, signing off, everybody.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Damage.